What if your life wasn't random at all? What if every encounter, every heartbreak, every triumph was chosen by you, long before you were even born? Ancient mystics, shamans, and esoteric traditions whispered of soul contracts, pre-birth agreements made between souls to experience certain lessons, meet specific people, and shape destinies. These contracts aren't written on paper, they're etched in energy, signed in the language of consciousness itself. Imagine a realm beyond time where your soul, alongside guides and other souls, sits at a cosmic table, deciding what experiences will lead to the greatest growth. Every challenge becomes a teacher, every relationship a mirror, every pain a doorway to expansion. And yet, once you arrive here, you forget, believing life is chaos. But what if it's not chaos at all? What if it's the most intricate design woven by your own higher self? In this video, we begin unraveling the mystery of soul contracts, the hidden blueprint of your life. Before a soul incarnates, many spiritual teachings suggest it enters a sacred planning stage. Here, in a realm untouched by time, souls choose their family, key relationships, and even major life challenges. It's not punishment, it's preparation. The soul, seeking growth and deeper wisdom, maps out opportunities to learn love, compassion, resilience, forgiveness, or strength. Often, the souls who hurt you most in life are the ones who love you deeply on a higher plane, agreeing to play difficult roles so you can evolve. This idea appears in Tibetan Buddhism, the Akashic Records teachings, and even in early Gnostic texts, all describing life as a tapestry of chosen lessons. If you've ever wondered, why me? Why this pain? What if the answer is, because you asked for it, not to suffer, but to rise? Your soul knew exactly what you needed to awaken. Every twist and turn may just be part of a divine agreement your human self forgot, but your higher self remembers. Every soul contract is designed with free will in mind. While your soul may choose a framework before birth, you are never locked into fate. Think of it as a map. It shows the destinations your soul hoped to reach, but how you travel is always up to you. Many spiritual traditions say these agreements are not written in punishment, but in love, crafted by your higher self in collaboration with guides and other souls. Some contracts are about karmic balancing, healing wounds from past lives, or repaying energetic debts. Others are about helping humanity or serving a greater purpose. This is why certain people feel destined to meet you, or certain events feel unavoidable. They were part of the plan, chosen long before you were born. Yet every moment of choice can alter the path. You can break old contracts that no longer serve your growth, or write new ones through conscious intention. Your life, while guided by soul agreements, remains an ever-evolving co-creation between you, the universe, and your divine essence. If these ancient truths awakened something deep within you, don't let the journey stop here. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell to uncover more hidden teachings that can transform your life and consciousness forever. Throughout the Middle Ages, the teachings of Hermes were whispered among alchemists and philosophers, hidden under layers of metaphor to avoid persecution by the church and ruling powers. The Hermetic idea that the universe is mental threatened those who thrived on control, because if reality is shaped by thought and consciousness, no king or priest truly holds power over you. These principles weren't mystical fantasies, they were frameworks for understanding how energy, intention, and natural laws interact. Many secret societies, from the Rosicrucians to early Freemasons, preserved fragments of this wisdom, passing it to a chosen few who were ready to receive it. The writings attributed to Hermes, like the Emerald Tablet, spoke in riddles that hid deeper truths, that all existence mirrors the mind of the all, and that mastery of self leads to mastery of reality. Those who understood were no longer slaves to fate, they became conscious co-creators of life itself, transcending the illusion of limitation. As time passed, fragments of Hermes Trismegistus's wisdom were woven into Western philosophy and science, though few recognized their source. Thinkers like Isaac Newton studied alchemy not for gold, but for the laws of transformation that echoed Hermetic truths. The phrase, "as above, so below," one of Hermes's most powerful teachings, hints that the macrocosm of the universe and the microcosm of the self are reflections of each other. To understand the cosmos, you must understand your own consciousness, and vice versa. This principle laid the groundwork for disciplines that would later explore psychology, quantum physics, and even modern metaphysics. Yet the deepest teachings remained hidden from public view, reserved for initiates who had proven their discipline and readiness. These teachings showed that reality is not fixed, but vibrational, and that your mind, aligned with universal laws, can influence the patterns of existence itself. The power wasn't in magic spells or rituals, it was in mastering the harmony between thought, energy, and the living universe. The forbidden aspect of Hermes Trismegistus's teachings wasn't simply their complexity, it was their power. Ancient rulers and religious authorities feared what would happen if humanity truly understood that reality could be shaped by consciousness. If every individual could align with universal laws, the control of kings, priests, and empires would collapse. That's why these teachings were buried in symbols, encoded in myths, and hidden in obscure manuscripts. Initiates of Hermetic schools were sworn to secrecy, not because the knowledge was dangerous in itself, but because power-hungry men could twist it for domination. Imagine a world where people knew that thought creates vibration, vibration shapes matter, and matter builds destiny. The elites kept humanity in chains of ignorance, teaching external worship while denying inner divinity. Yet, fragments of these truths survived, whispering through alchemy, sacred geometry, and mystical traditions. To this day, the legacy of Hermes invites us to reclaim that inner sovereignty, the ability to consciously weave thought, energy, and universal law into the fabric of life. Hidden within Hermetic writings lies the ultimate key, the triad of mind, energy, and will. Hermes taught that the universe is mental, meaning everything that exists first begins as thought in the grand mind of creation. But thought alone isn't enough. Energy, your emotions, your life force, is what gives a thought momentum. Will is the divine spark, the conscious choice that directs energy toward manifestation. Ancient adepts spent years mastering these three forces, not through blind faith, but through disciplined practice. They trained their minds to hold a vision, charged it with emotion, and focused their will like a laser until reality bent to their intention. This wasn't magic as we imagine it today. It was a science of consciousness, a forgotten technology of the soul. Modern science is only now brushing against these truths in quantum physics and neuroplasticity, yet Hermes had mapped it millennia ago. When you awaken to this triad, you stop being a leaf blown by circumstance. You become the architect of your destiny, a conscious co-creator of existence itself. The final revelation of Hermes Trismegistus was never written in stone, it was meant to be lived. His forbidden teachings remind us that true wisdom isn't about memorizing cosmic laws, but embodying them. To live Hermetic truth is to remember that every thought sends ripples through reality, every feeling shapes the unseen, and every choice we make weaves destiny. The ancients guarded this knowledge because it granted power, the kind of power that liberates the soul from illusions of fate and limitation. But power without consciousness is dangerous. That is why Hermes insisted on alignment, mind, heart, and will working as one with the divine order of the cosmos. The secret wasn't that reality can be manipulated, it's that reality is alive, responsive, and intertwined with your being. You are not separate from creation. You are creation expressing itself. The teachings were hidden not to keep you powerless, but to make sure only the ready could handle their weight. If you've heard this call, it's because you are ready. The keys Hermes left are not just ideas, they are tools to awaken the godlike spark sleeping within you. What if the greatest spiritual secrets were never truly lost, just hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to remember them?